America is a land of bright lights and broken dreams, a place that delights and inspires a hunger for fame. It's also a place that some people find hard to leave, even after death.
My name's Gail Porter and I'm a skeptic.
My name is Chris Fleming and I am a sensitive.
It's my mission to investigate alleged sightings and hauntings of Hollywood ghosts.
A sensitive can detect paranormal events beyond the range of the 5 senses.
I wouldn't say I'm a non-believer, but I'm definitely a skeptic.
Together, our mission is to investigate the dead famous. Our hunts for the haunts of Hitchcock would lead us on a terrifying trip into the paranormal.
What is it?
Don't move.
From the remote isolation of the house where he shot the birds, to the sinister real-life hotel setting of Vertigo.
It smells like dead people.
Before ending at the Winchester Mystery House, which has inspired horror writers and directors for decades.
Oh my God, what was that noise?
The question was, would we find Hitchcock? Alfred Hitchcock was the undisputed master of suspense. His films are legendary, his style sublime, and his subject matter the stuff of nightmares. He was born and raised in East London, but it was the west coast of America that he made his home.
Behind us is the actual building that Hitchcock used as inspiration for his best-known work, Psycho. The locations in this stunning area of North California helped inspire his masterpieces, and local history plays a large part in the subject matter of his films.
Our search for the ghost of Alfred Hitchcock will see us visit some of these landmarks. A notorious practical joker. Will his enigmatic, brilliant spirit have the last laugh at our expense?
Alfred Hitchcock knew the importance of the visual as a way to create suspense. He could see the drama in a staircase, the claustrophobia of sinister houses, and the imposing majesty of some of America's national landmarks.
Alfred Hitchcock was really attracted to Northern California because as a film site, Northern California was relatively new and unused by Hollywood. Hitchcock was very keen on imagery and making that imagery say something more than this is just a place. It evokes feeling, it evokes memories, it evokes emotion.
Hitchcock shot Vertigo and Shadow of a Doubt in San Francisco, and Psycho, The Birds, Marnie and Rebecca, amongst others, in the General Bay Area. Could it be amongst these inspirational locations that we would find his spirit? To begin our investigation, we needed a lead. I sent Chris to meet with The Bird's set designer and personal friend to Hitchcock, Robert Boyle. I began by talking to the authors of Footsteps in the Fog, a book based on Hitchcock's film locations in the area. Would they be able to give us some clues as to where Hitchcock's spirit might be found?
So what was it about Hitchcock that inspired you to write this book?
We both lived in the Bay Area, and seeing the films with so much Bay Area geography in it, it just inspired our inner detective. And Hitchcock was a wonderful case because so much of the Bay Area is covered, particularly in Vertigo, The Birds, so we just found a passion and had to find each location step by step.
What was Alfred Hitchcock like?
Well, he was wonderful. He was a teacher. He was a parent. He was part of our family. But aside from that, he also had all the complications known to the human race. He was afraid of heights. He was fearful of authority. I think he had a lot of problems with women. He had all these problems. But the difference, most of us do. But what he could do is put them on the screen.
Hitchcock was one of the most complex thinkers in terms of his notes on directing, the way that he did research, the way that he selected his actresses and actors. So there's no question that the stories were a part of him, and every movie that he produced was kind of deep-seated in his own psyche.
What drew him to particular locations?
His scripts, his stories. Locations to him were tying fairy tales to reality. He said, I need the the environment to be very real, to be in contrast to, as he said, his fairy tales that he was telling.
Do you know if there's any rumours of paranormal activity in any of the Hitchcock locations?
Well, in Bodega Bay, there is the famous Potter Schoolhouse, which is this classic old one-room schoolhouse in Sonoma County. And this schoolhouse has had numerous rumors of paranormal activity and ghosts visiting the house. And it's the type of thing that Hitchcock would have certainly enjoyed, and he would have loved the Potter Schoolhouse as a setting because of these types of rumors.
We had a lead. The old Potter Schoolhouse in Bodega Bay, a rumoured paranormal hotspot and one of the most famous locations from the film The Birds. Would Alfred find it as appealing after death? Chris and I went to investigate.
Paranormal activity is something that Hitchcock relished. It was part of his life, it was part of his artistic sensibility. And the fact that these locations, whether it be the schoolhouse in Bodega Bay or a scene in San Juan Bautista, are now said to have paranormal activity, I think he would relish that.
The Birds became Hitchcock's first horror fantasy film. He chose the Bodega Bay area because it conveyed a sense of quiet, rural isolation and created the perfect atmosphere for a movie about human frailty in the face of natural disaster. The old Potter Schoolhouse was slated for demolition when Hitchcock discovered it and had it shored up and rebuilt for the filming.
Hey, this is the Bodega Schoolhouse. You recognise it from The Birds?
Yeah, I do.
Well, it's now a private residence, but the Organisation for Scientific and Paranormal Research say that this is one of the best places for a classic haunt.
So maybe Alfred Hitchcock is here.
Maybe he is.
Do you want to go investigate?
Maybe I do.
Okay, well, maybe we'll go in.
Maybe we will.
Maybe we won't.
Maybe we will.
Current owner Leah Taylor was waiting to meet us to give us a tour. There had been many reports of different types of paranormal activity occurring here, including personal messages scraped on the chalkboard downstairs in the old classroom. However, much of the activity was reported upstairs in Leah's own living quarters.
This hole here is where the bell hung. There was a bell up in the cupola. The rope hung down here, and apparently there has been a measured spiking of energy that is still here.
Leah, what's the history of this place? I mean, we know about Alfred Hitchcock, but could you fill us in a little bit more?
Well, Alfred Hitchcock, of course, filmed the movie here in 1962. And
why did he pick here?
I think Alfred Hitchcock actually believed in ghosts. And I think that maybe it's possible that he knew that there were, even though the windows were boarded over and it was closed and shut down, that he felt the energy here that many, many people feel. And maybe he saw something here as well.
Are you picking anything up?
Well, you know, when she said over there about the energy, I did feel a little disoriented. You know, when I came over here, it was a lot pleasant feeling compared to that. A lot lighter energy, you know, more comfortable.
This door opens and closes by itself often. There are sounds and party noises up here. This is the old piano that was a gift to the school that was used in all of the parties. Apparently they also had fiddles that they used to play. And they would party up here literally until the sun rose. So often we'll hear children laughing, we'll hear women singing. And so what these are, they're residual energetic impulses. It's as if there's a video loop that plays again and again. So that what's here actually feels to me very, very solidly good.
What do you think the chances are of us picking anything up?
Well, I think if we were quiet and tried to be really sensitive to what was here, that you would, and yeah, I'm sure you would get something.
Well, he's sensitive and I can be quiet. Did that light just flicker off?
Did that light bulb just go off?
That's what the other thing that happens here quite a bit is the lights flicker quite a bit.
Okay.
That just went off.
And what was the question you just asked?
Will something happen?
Well, something happened, and if I keep my mouth shut, 2 lights went off.
So maybe they're telling you to keep your mouth
So you were going, gosh, she said keep her mouth shut. Yes.
I'm getting
Give her a
chills, and it's not of
sign.
my senses, it's just chills. What are the chances that two go off at the same time?
I'm not a betting girl, but I'm assuming it's not good odds.
We waited for nightfall in the hope that we would witness some paranormal phenomenon. With Leah being so familiar with the activity, it seemed a good idea that she joined the investigation in the hope that spirits or energies would be comfortable in her presence. Would Alfred Hitchcock show himself to us tonight? Leah is a paranormal enthusiast and spiritualist who believes that the best way to call spirits forward is to indulge in shamanistic-type rituals. She wanted everyone to centre, to focus energy, and to calm any spirits allegedly present. Leah maintains that drumming calls the spirits forward, and the burning of sage is an ancient method of protecting us from malevolent energy.
We call you in. If it is your choice to come and be seen in this moment.
Would this musical form of meditation bring us any nearer to paranormal activity? I was sceptical, but Leah had used it before and claims to have been successful. She then decided to use her crystals. It is a common belief that crystals have many varying powers, including picking up magnetic energies.
You can see where it stops and gets pushed back. It's happening right there.
But would we feel them?
Keep coming all the way out.
Oh, geez. I mean, there was I felt like a shift, like as if I was going down a step. It is very faint. Gail, I want you to try this too. You see it right there?
There. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like a little,
Bring it on.
It's like a little invisible thread pulling at it.
Yeah, you can bring it on through. This is where you're getting to.
The crystals were convincing. I had definitely felt some sort of pull, and now the air did feel like it was heavier. We waited in silence, anxious for any paranormal energy to make its presence felt. Two hours later, what could be interpreted as a sign came.
It's like the drums.
We all thought we heard the drums playing.
Oh, here, yeah.
Do you hear the drums?
Mm.
It's like the
Gail
drums.
just thought she heard the drums, like boom, boom, boom. Which I heard it too. Boom, boom. Which I heard it.
Did you hear that? It was really faint. That's lovely.
We know that music is a universal language in the physical realm. Music, because it has vibrations, is a great way to communicate with the other side.
The noises seemed to be getting louder.
Music. Did you hear that? What was it? Did anybody hear that?
What we did not expect was what sounded like a human groan.
That came like from behind us. Like a kid, maybe. What'd you think?
Oh, spirits.
Leah tried to call out to them, yet after a prolonged wait, Chris felt that any presence had gone.
To be seen and heard.
But if it has, what had we caught on this camera? It could have been a shadow cast by furniture, but it has an eerily human form. Was this the ghost that was trying to communicate with us? Question was, where do we go from here?
Last night was really good. I really enjoyed it. I did think it was quite active, but I don't think we found Hitchcock.
No.
But I think we're definitely going down the right train of thought, you know, with using buildings that Hitchcock either used or was inspired by.
Right.
And we're in San Francisco. There must be another one that's haunted.
Gail, that's a very big city. We're definitely going to find something haunted over there.
The streets of San Francisco played a major part in many of Hitchcock's films.
Most Californians and most Americans really pay very little attention to architecture. I think because of his European background, his English background, he was very present about architecture. And so he paid keen interest to it and saw its uniqueness and told a story with the mise en scène, with the architecture.
His suspense classic Vertigo captured perfectly the romance, mystery and elegance of this city he loved so much. Its tall buildings, steep hills and dramatic bridges made it an ideal setting, but would it be the ideal location to find his spirit?
One of the greatest things about coming to San Francisco is every building just reminds you of Hitchcock movies, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
And this one in particular, I've brought you here for a reason. Do you recognise it?
That's from Vertigo.
You recognised it? It's supposed to be haunted.
Again?
Yeah. Could be exciting.
The York Hotel's manager, Jacob, met up to give us a tour. Originally called the Empire during the filming of Vertigo, the hotel was also home to its cast members and the famous stairwell shot.
Alfred Hitchcock did love it here. He decided to shoot the film on location, which was unheard of in that time. And I think there is a possibility that his ghost could still be here today.
First stop was Kim Novak's room on the 3rd floor. She filmed and stayed here whilst making Vertigo.
And so this is where, if Alfred Hitchcock had come down to talk to her about some portion of the movie, she would have been staying right here.
Has there ever been any paranormal activity in here?
Not that I know of, no.
Do you pick anything up in here?
No.
We headed to the bar area, a place where Hitchcock loved to drink and where paranormal activity had been recorded.
So this is the Plush Room Cabaret. During Prohibition in the 1920s, this room was actually a speakeasy, and it was entered, the only way you could get here was all walled off with concrete. The only way you could get in was to come up from the basement, and there were secret tunnels that came up under the road right in front of the hotel, up into the basement and through the dressing room they now use.
So people could sneak in?
Yeah, it's the only way to get in because it was illegal to serve alcohol during Prohibition.
Wow.
So this place has a very rich history.
Have you still got the tunnels?
Some of the tunnels are still there, yeah. They're all still down in the basement of the hotel. And then the one other story that goes along with the room is that during the Prohibition times, Lester, who was a piano player during that time, purportedly died on stage one night. And
this stage?
Since then, this stage here. And since then, we've heard reports and stories of that his ghost still stays in this area.
When's the last time something's occurred in this room?
It was probably a couple weeks ago. Our night watchman thought he'd felt something walking through here when he was cleaning the room. And actually, he won't come onto stage anymore. He doesn't like to.
He's that freaked about it?
Yeah, he's a little freaked out about it. I can show you guys the basement and the tunnels if you'd really like to see them.
Yeah, can we go in the tunnels?
Yeah, we can
Really?
go now. Sure.
People in the old speakeasy have reported hearing banging noises coming from the tunnels beneath. Laundry assistants working next door to the tunnel have also heard the noises and say that they sometimes feel someone is watching them.
If you follow me back here, this is where the tunnel came down from the street. So before, none of this wood was here. People would come down through the tunnel that led below the street, come down those stairs right there.
Yeah.
And then before these blowers were here, these are blowers for the laundromat, they would walk all the way down through there, and if you notice way down at the end there, you can see the beginning of the stairs, which lead to a larger tunnel, which comes up to the plush room, which is a speakeasy.
Did many people go in there?
No, the first person that we know of that's gone in there was actually our bartender the other night. Went down there because we've heard these stories and we knew the caves were down there somewhere, but he was the first person that I know of to go down there.
So no one's gone down it really, apart from one person?
One person, yeah, he took some shots of it with a digital camera, but that was it.
Only one person had ever been brave enough to explore the tunnels, and they had the photos to prove it. I wanted to be the second person, and I wanted to hear those noises for myself.
This is like really narrow.
Oh my God. Oh, it smells like dead people.
It smells like dead people.
It's horrible in here. Can you fit or not really?
I can make it, I think. Now, this piping wasn't here before.
Yeah, the piping,
Right?
like...
It's a little more difficult for us because it's taking up most of the space for standing up.
I don't like it. I'm getting claustrophobic.
All right.
Don't come too close to me because now I'm freaking out.
Okay, just relax.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I'm with you.
Okay, yeah, but you're too close.
All right, hang on.
But it's not like because you're too
Okay,
close. It's
no,
like
no.
because like you know what I mean. It's like being in a coffin.
All right, okay.
Okay.
Okay. What do you think? I mean, what are you seeing? Because I can't see that far ahead of you.
There. Ah! What was that noise?
What was this noise? Who else had joined us in this dark and creepy tunnel?
Ah! What was that noise?
You see anything? I mean, how far does it go back?
Well,
Does it turn up there?
yeah, it turns.
It turns to the right.
Do you want to go ahead?
Do I?
Yeah.
No. I can't fit. It's going to be very difficult for me to fit right through there.
Does that mean that I've got to go and try and fit through there?
Yeah, I'll sit right here.
You're going to watch me?
You want me not to watch you?
No, okay. Okay. Let's see. God, what, if there's a rat down here, I will die. I will tell you that now. If Alfred Hitchcock is here, then that's great, and then that would be fine. If you could just show yourself now, that'd be absolutely great, because I'm actually freaking out a little bit.
Tell me what you see around the corner.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. Oh, weird. It just goes up to steps and then it ends.
Does it? Is there a door or anything?
No, there's nothing.
Nothing.
It just ends.
Hey, what's that moving by your foot?
What?
Don't move. Don't move. Don't move.
What?
Don't move.
Oh, God, don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. Please don't do this. Please don't do this while I'm here on my own.
I know. I'm right here. Don't worry. Just do not move.
Okay. What is it? What is it?
Just hang on. Don't
I can't
move.
not move because you just... I'm in a fucking tunnel.
Okay, no, there's a dark, like, a cord right by you. I thought maybe it was a snake.
Let me out, I swear. Let me out of here. It's not funny anymore. I made it right Ouch! Oh my God! What was that noise? What was that noise? Get out! You can't even get...
Hang on.
Quick, right, okay, don't panic me. Do you hear that again?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I did. There's something
a noise
behind
coming
you.
from behind me. I really needs to get out of here. It's not... Do you hear it? Stop it. I swear to God, don't leave me. No.
All right, don't move.
It's definite. Do you hear that? Like bottles clinking.
Yeah, there's clanking coming from back there.
Fuck! Ouch! There's a noise coming from behind me. I really need to get out of here.
I bet somebody lives back there. You're a little dirty.
I got frightened in there, okay? And I'm not ever doing that again. I swear on my life. Don't, it's not funny. It's all right, because I'm filming your ass. It's not funny. Don't laugh now.
I have to. Hey, I went as far as I could go. You know, I couldn't fit farther than that. You fit pretty fine.
That just sounds dirty.
Our night wasn't over. We still had to investigate the speakeasy. Would we find Hitchcock in the place he liked to drink?
We've come up from downstairs. I stink, absolutely stink. But we heard banging. Well, I think we definitely heard banging. That was horrible down there. But this is directly above where we heard the banging.
Well, let's walk over by the stage. Okay, now he said that Lester had died on this stage.
Yeah.
There's got to be some place memory here, which maybe I'll be able to pick up, or, you know, maybe we'll see if Lester's still around. Lester, are you still here?
During our
maybe see if Lester's
investigations,
still around.
Chris always uses a tape recorder to try and pick up EVPs.
Lester, are you still here?
Electronic voice phenomena,
Maybe I'll
or
be able to pick
EVP,
up, or-
is the appearance of intelligible voices caught on tape, which have no known physical explanation.
Lester, are you still here?
We interpreted the EVP as I walk. Was this the voice of Lester or Alfred Hitchcock?
All right, I am actually feeling a little bit of vibration over here.
Do you think that if that was the knocking from Lester or someone in this room, that if he's done it to us while we're downstairs, he could do something now to prove to me?
It's possible. Well, let's see. If you are still here on the stage, would you kindly give us a sign for Gail and I? Give us a sign that you are still here. Okay, what I'm picking up, Gail, is this is definitely just place memory then, all right? I don't really sense Lester around. I am just picking up place memory. And it's definitely not anything to do with Hitchcock. It's just the gentleman that had passed away on the stage. So, we have to keep looking.
Chris and I were starting to feel like pawns in one of his movies. The ride was adventurous, the characters interesting, and the location significant. But we were no nearer to finding the man himself.
One of the things that I love about Hitchcock is his sense of irony in his films, and you never know whether to take him literally or to take him with a grain of salt. And I think that he would love the fact that not only are we talking about his films and his artwork, but that we're talking about paranormal activity surrounding sort of his ghosts here in this region.
Alfred Hitchcock lived 20 minutes away from one of the most haunted houses in the world. It was a place that he loved to visit, and it inspired him stylistically and narratively, the Winchester Mystery House.
This really is a crazy house. It's like something you just couldn't even imagine, something that's not even, you can create in a book. It's got rooms that have been added to rooms that have been turned into entire wings. You've got staircases that go to absolutely nowhere. You've got windows that look out onto brick walls. You've got like the trapdoor things, but you open them up and you can actually fall straight down into the garden, apparently. 47 fireplaces, 3 elevators.
Bizarre.
Can we go in?
Yeah.
The story behind the house that so stimulated Hitchcock is a tragic one. In 1884, a wealthy widow named Sarah Winchester began a construction project of such magnitude that it would keep its builders busy for the next 38 years. The heiress to the Winchester gun fortune, Sarah had suffered the death of her husband and her infant child. Sarah believed that there was a curse on the family, set upon them by the victims of the Winchester gun, and that if she stopped building, she would die. She kept 22 carpenters working year-round, 24 hours a day. The place is rumoured to have many ghosts, and to show us around was tour guide Kathy Paloma.
This is Mrs. Winchester's bedroom. It's the room where she died in 1922.
What did she die of?
She died of heart failure. She was 83 years old.
Now, a lot of people have said that there was questions about her mental state, you know, designing a house like this, trying to confuse ghosts. Do you know anything about her mental state?
I have never felt that she was crazy in building the house. There's a lot of it that looks confusing when you go through just once, but once you've had some experience with it, you can sort of see where there was a method or a pattern.
So what type of paranormal activity are we talking about?
Mostly seeing like lights or feeling cold places in a room or hearing sounds. This is the seance room. It said that every night Mrs. Winchester would come here from midnight to 2 a.m. and have a seance with all the spirits of the people who were killed by the Winchester rifle.
Every night?
Every night. And that they gave her the plans for what she was supposed to build on the house for the next day. Okay. The door right back there is one that you don't want to try. That one is an 8-foot drop into a kitchen sink.
No. Was that to confuse the ghosts?
Yes.
Any paranormal activity occur in this room?
Nancy Osborne, who wrote the book Haunted Houses, come and spent the night here. And in the middle of the night, she and some of the people she were with were woken up feeling the floor shaking. They figured it was an earthquake, and then they heard footsteps walking by, and so they ran out to look and couldn't find anybody. They found out later that the alarms were all on, so nobody could have been moving around in the house without tripping the security alarms.
Do you think this place is haunted?
You know, I have heard so many people tell stories that I think there has to be something here.
And I know that a lot of writers and film directors came to this place and you know, drew inspiration from it. Do you know of many people that did that?
Definitely. Stephen King wrote a book called Rose Red based on the story of the house and the idea behind it, and it's also a movie. And I've heard that Alfred Hitchcock lived in the area, and he was inspired by the house as well.
In the end, Sarah managed to build 160 rooms. I felt that for Chris and I to get properly acquainted with this location, we needed to get ourselves quite literally lost.
What do you think of this?
When I think of the staircase,
Yeah.
It's a very insane way to come up the stairs when she could have just had straight stairs up, but then that's all part of the charm of this house, isn't it? Mm-hmm. You don't expect anything to be normal.
It was easy to see how Hitchcock had been so driven by the legend of the Winchester house. Its architecture and that of the surrounding area had helped him realise the complex nature of his plots in films such as Psycho.
Look, 4 stairs going nowhere. It's weird, isn't it?
To a cabinet. A window to a wall.
There's more stairs, look. God, I've got no idea where I am in this house
Didn't we go
now.
down these before?
No, I've lost my bearings completely. Have you not?
Oh, I lost it a while ago.
Oh, I've got no idea where I am or where the front door would be.
Definitely confusing.
Yeah, I kind of liked it in the beginning, and then by the end of the tour I got a little bit freaked out because I kept thinking, it's like so many different houses, it was so strange and eclectic. I don't know. I would like to be in there on my own.
Let's come back when it's dark, okay? But we'll do something different because this is a very confusing house. We don't want to get lost.
No.
It'd be dangerous.
Yes.
So You take a walkie-talkie, I'll take a walkie-talkie, so we communicate.
So you're not going to be with me?
Well, maybe we'll split up. It'd be more investigative if we go on our own.
Okay.
Okay? We'll see if we find any ghosts while we're here.
If you lose me at any point tonight...
Would we come into contact with one of those spirits? And would we find Mr. Hitchcock residing in a place that inspired him so much? Night fell, and we were joined on our evening investigation by another psychic, Catherine Adams, and by local paranormal investigator, Gloria Young. Would they have any more luck getting in touch with Hitchcock? With such a huge house, we decided to split up. I headed upstairs with Catherine, while Chris covered the ground floor, accompanied by Gloria.
You get lost in here so easy.
Okay, Sarah, sweetie.
Our first port of call was the seance room. Would it be Sarah or Alfred Hitchcock who would make their presence felt?
Did you just get that?
Yeah, I got a lot of chills.
Right up my legs.
Yeah. Well, you're the skeptic.
Where's that coming from?
Just spirit. 'Cause I'm still getting lots of chills.
I am. Yeah, my legs are. Just my legs, just here.
Oh, boy. Definitely different vibrations here. Definitely.
It's always right here.
Is there a ghost here? Give us a sign. There's something here. Definitely something here.
Chris thought he heard tapping and investigated further.
No, there's nothing over here. It's over here. Okay, my senses are going off. Getting a slight tapping sound. Do that again.
Do you hear that?
Yeah. Okay, we're getting some tapping sounds right now in response to my question.
Still here.
It's definitely still spirits.
Let me go
here.
this way.
They have not left. Is there anybody here? Anybody here at all? There's a spirit in this room that's amused that we're here. Visitors.
What I think would be a good idea, Gail, would be to begin talking about the reason for her. Oh, there's energy coming in right now. I felt it come down over my shoulders. The energy's really here. You're not feeling any chills?
Feeling kind of... My back feels a bit funny.
Yeah, kind of maybe a little
Yeah.
chilly. That's the spiritual energy that you're feeling.
Really?
Yeah, that's spirits. Okay, there was just a face looking in the window.
What now?
There was something looking in the window behind you.
Okay.
See what you get.
Hello? Anybody here? I swear I saw something. I know you're down here. Show yourself. Oh, fuck. Sorry. Oh my God. I just saw a face. It peeked right around the corner over here, facing towards us.
Chris is Gail.
I think there was a face at the window.
Okay, well that's ironic because I
saw a face down here that we tried to chase. How long ago did you see the face?
How long ago was it?
5 minutes ago.
About 5 minutes.
Shit, that was the same time we did.
Okay,
Was it male, wasn't it?
was it male or female?
I don't know.
What was that?
Can you hear me?
What happened? Did you make a really strange noise on our walkie-talkie?
No.
Okay, what are you doing? Can you tell me what you're doing?
I'm standing right now leaning against this, I don't know, countertop.
Just disturbance.
Did you hear that? Okay, right now, I just heard a male voice behind you yell.
What was this audio anomaly that the walkie-talkies had picked up?
Did you hear it?
Electronic interference or a voice from beyond the grave?
Did you hear it? I think we're getting EVPs through the walkie-talkie. Make a sound through the walkie-talkie right now.
I was getting really nervous now. I heard a man's voice on the walkie-talkie, and it didn't sound like Chris.
Did you just say Gail?
No, I didn't.
We had been joined in our investigation by psychic Catherine Adams. Together, we all reconvened in the seance room to see if we could establish contact with any energy present.
Fine. It's fine. It's just a dark house with noises in it.
Chris wanted all camera lights off, in the hope that it would be easier to channel and get the contact we wanted with Alfred Hitchcock. We sat and waited, and it wasn't long before some kind of low-level energy was making its presence known.
Do you see it over there on his...
According to psychic consensus, the more sensitive you are, the more open you will be to accelerated possession. This is what appears to be happening to Chris, but who or what was trying to enter him?
Please talk to us. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want?
Could it be the spirit of Alfred Hitchcock back to a place he visited and loved in life?
What do you want?
Psychic Catherine believed that this was not the spirit of the owner of the house, Sarah Winchester.
It's definitely not Sarah. Sarah's energy was very mild.
Listen, my left hand is hurting. These 2 fingers.
Are they cramped?
No, they hurt like I didn't even have them.
I was starting to feel worried for Chris and for all of our safety. Possession is when a human being has become inhabited or taken over by a spirit. The possessed person cannot consequently exercise their own will.
Time is here. I answer questions.
We are unable to identify a Tom in connection to the Winchester house.
Can you tell us who you are? There are many beings trying to come through.
There are allegedly many dangers when someone becomes possessed. These include spiritual deception, demon possession, mental breakdown, and physical harm. I felt obliged to try and help Chris out of this distressing state. Chris didn't seem to be able to respond to any of us.
Chris, come forward quickly. Right, Chris, come here, Chris.
Come back in here.
Chris, come forward.
We want to talk to Chris. Chris, come forward. We want to talk to Chris.
It's getting forward. This is getting dangerous.
Chris, we want to talk to Chris.
Chris, could you come forward, please? Before I snap you. Chris?
Chris.
All right, come back into the body.
We want to talk to Chris. Chris, take a deep breath.
Chris.
And come back into your body. And the other spirits go. Be gone. Just take another deep breath. Whatever spirit is trying to possess, please leave now. I'm asking you to leave. Be gone. Be gone right now. In the name of spirit, I command you to leave Chris's body. Another deep breath.
Myself and the crew were starting to get concerned for his mental welfare.
Okay?
Oh.
Come on then, let's get out of this. Up you get.
I don't want your head
to fall hard.
I wanted to get Chris as far away from this house as possible.
Chris, come out. Up. Now, you're not coming back anywhere. Get up. Get up. I swear to God, I've been the most Scottish I've ever been with you. Don't come with me now.
Chris was dazed, but I led him outside to safety.
No, but we need to look after you. You need to go outside. You need to get some fresh air. You need to get yourself together. Now, watch your feet. There's lots of steps.
We showed this footage to a parapsychologist to see if there were any other rational explanation for Chris's behaviour.
When Chris was allegedly channeling at the Winchester Mystery House, he was joined by another psychic. When two people of like minds get together, they can unconsciously reinforce each other's belief. Simply put, the psychic Catherine could be unconsciously encouraging Chris into further manifestation of this behavior, of this functioning, this process. It could be an example of, sort of a small-scale mass hypnosis or mass hysteria.
It had been a terrifying night. I'd never seen Chris so affected from channeling.
I decided to call it an end to the investigation because Chris is obviously exhausted and it was kind of freaky at the end, so I think it was best all round that we kind of left it and we talk about it in the morning.
We drove off into the night and away from the horrors of the Winchester house.
The Winchester house was a little bit too much for me because I didn't know how to handle you going like that, and I think I slapped you quite hard.
I don't remember you slapping me, but what I do know, and you don't know this, is that I didn't sleep very well last night.
I didn't think you would.
I was tossing and turning, and I felt like someone was still there, so I still have a lot of work to do with channeling. I think I lost control, even though we didn't really see Hitchcock.
I think he saw us.
I think he saw us, and I think he followed us around.
I do.
And he was probably amused by this.
Do you think that Hitchcock is sending his spirit through these birds?
Through these birds?
Yeah. Don't chase him off. Come back, Alfred. Come back. We've only just met.